been a while since I've seen you, and I have found my Star-Lord jacket from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a Ravager suit, and I can still mostly wear it despite gaining some weight over the holidays. Today, I'm going to show you BlueprintBuddy, which I've been working on in the over the holidays and a bit beforehand. So here's BlueprintBuddy. I have some text prepared. The purpose of BlueprintBuddy is to create a template, JSON template, with the AI. So I'm using Claude in the background, and I've just passed it this information. I want to make the snake game blueprint. I want basic JavaScript. It runs locally, just 2D, simple score mechanics. So as I do, I send in the message by clicking send. I have to fix a bit of the UI, but then it'll come back. I'll help you design a snake game blueprint. Let me ask a few clarifying questions to ensure I understand your requirements. For the game display, would you prefer using HTML5 or Canvas, grid HTML elements? 2, do you want keyboard controls, arrows, or should we include touch button controls? Should the game include speed increases? And so on. It asks a bunch of questions and then you can answer them. So I just went with just points for eating food, standard values, canvas, and I gave it as much information as I felt, and I send that in. I'll wait for the reply from Claude, and it'll give me some more information, maybe ask more clarifying questions. But when I'm finished and I don't want to answer anymore because I was getting a little sick during testing, what I would do after it's responded, see, it gives me a blueprint and it asks me do I want to generate it. So I have to type in generate blueprint. There's a few other key trigger words that will force it into creating the blueprint for us, but once it thinks about this, what it's going to do is it's going to create a JSON file with components, JSON file description, inputs, outputs, descriptions of each function, and what it's supposed to do. The purpose of which is that this JSON file will then be ingested by, in this case, generate app, and it will then create the app for us. The rest of the generate app has to be fully fleshed out, but the core structure is there. So I will just show you right now the folder structure over here. As you can see, there's no output folder for us at the moment, and this is the components that are being created with all the inputs and outputs, describing what goes to what and what interfaces with what. So you can organize it how you please. I had a bit of an issue with auto layout, so I just left it with this kind of situation at the moment. But you can edit in the actual fields what you want to change it to. If you want to change it, you can, still some bugs, but there is Control Z and everything like that. So as you can see, this is the way it currently looks. So I actually like the way that the auto layout is still functioning. Okay, so once that is done, you can save your blueprint. As you save your blueprint to your desktop, in this case, I have it one before, but I'll just replace it. Snake blueprint, there we go. So now if I take my snake blueprint from the desktop, that was just the file I was working on, and I look here, snake blueprint, drag and drop it into my VS Code, you will see that it has game canvas, HTML5 canvas element that renders the game graphics, including snake, food, scoring, game state messages. Then you have all the inputs and outputs, and a lot of it is holding the X and Y coordinates and the width and height and stuff like that for the actual UI, but that is not used by the large language model in the next phase to write the code for us. So now if I ask it to generate the app, and I call it snake game, for example, we just wait a little bit longer, and if we go into VS Code, when it is finished, it will have created a output folder for us over here, or at least it has every time I've tested it so far. This is a project in development, and I am wanting to share it online once it's finished, and or just gotten a bit more further along. I might even do that after this, I'm not too sure, but let me know if you're interested in it and then I can share it with you. But again, there might be some bugs. So we're just waiting right now. Since it's creating files, folders, an error in this case. Well, it's internal server error. Oh well, you can't win them all. Worked earlier. As I said, project in development, something that I will wait to fix this part, but as you saw, it creates the JSON file. Once it creates the JSON file, it knows to create JavaScript, the CSS, the index HTML, templates, and if it's a Flask, that's if it's a Flask project. If it's another JavaScript project or a Node.js project, the LLM should then create all the things that are in there. I'll create some more verification code and try it again. Let me try and run it a second time. Snake game 2. So, to be fair, I tried it the first time, it worked, and now the second time it hasn't worked. So, I'll have to investigate what happened. Undeterminate string. Okay. Well, this has been, oh wait, there we go, app has been created. Large language models, guys. So, where does it say put it? It put it in the output folder. Oh yeah, apps, snake game. So JS, components, game, game.js. Previously I had it creating each one of the methods and it wasn't filling in the information for me. So I actually forgot that I added more information into it to get it to fill out more text. So I guess there are some times that has an issue. So theoretically this should run. I'm too nervous to try it online right now, but it also told you, it gives you like, and here's the index at HTML, and it zips it up for you also. So it should be telling me how I should be able to run it. Creating a JavaScript game. So I know that myself personally, if I want to run something like this, I do a serve, and then it would run. So maybe I'll give it a go. Full transparency, the code did not produce everything, but it did produce most files. It just didn't create, say, the game state manager. But again, first time creating it, and it will work in the future because I will make it work. This has been my third time making this project, and I intend to keep on improving it. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.